Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to another webinar on Beyond Privilege. Today I'm happy to welcome Amal, who is an electrical engineer, and she's going to be talking to us about a day in the life for her and her experience working as an electrical engineer. So Amal, I'll start off. Can you sort of introduce your organization, maybe give a backstory on that first?
Hi, Jack. Nice to meet you. Um, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you all good.
Okay. Nice to meet you, everyone. I'm working for the Egyptian Electricity Transmission Company. Let me for first introduce my company. I'm working for a governmental sector utility company, which is responsible for the electricity transmission from the generation substation into the distribution substations. And from the distribution substations, it's time to move forward to the end users, and this is their own responsibility, actually. And the transmission itself, it happens through our transmission networks and through our infrastructure. I mean the company infrastructure and the transmission networks. So simply, we are doing the following. We are purchasing the energy coming from the generation substations, and then we transmit it on different voltage levels, and then we sell it to the end consumer through the distribution companies who is doing this job. Actually, our company is doing a lot of activities on regional and international levels, because we are doing as also the transmission plans according to the energy needs and the load estimation studies and this kind of things. So we are doing also some kind of studies for the subscribers, or even for the company itself. We are doing also the projects which are related to interconnection between us and other neighbor companies. So we can sell and exchange the power and the energy according to the regional energy needs and the load estimation studies and this kind of things. This is simply actually what we are doing, and what my company is doing.
Amazing. Thank you, Amal. It's really great to sort of understand more about your organization. Sort of moving on from that, what I'd really like to know is the various things you've done in your career to get to the position that you're in today. So maybe if you could talk to us, about some of those things, whether it be a training program or, a university degree. I think that'd be great to learn more.
Actually, it was a long journey. When it comes to technical job, it's a long journey, because at the first place, I have graduated from South Canal University, Faculty of Engineering. It was for sure electrical power engineering and machines at 2014. And then I started the journey of learning and development. I have worked for some years, for like 5 years or something, on the quality control aspect, and then I moved to the energy aspect. Actually, I have got so many training programs, technical and non-technical. The technical parts was you have to consider things like AutoCAD and Revit and this kind of softwares. You have to be also good at power analysis, using softwares like ETAB in order to make it easy for you to do the short circuit calculations and the voltage drop calculations. So you have to consider ETAB as well. The non-technical courses that I have taken in my life, actually, it was a long list. Like, for example, I am a graduate of the Presidential Leadership Program, which a 1-year intensive program dedicated in non-technical aspects, like we are getting courses like leadership, like national security, leadership, and the human resources and financial resource, how to manage financial resources. And it was a long list of actually non-technical courses. And I also have been a participant of the TMT program. TMT program is a technical master trainer program. It was a strategic alliance between Siemens Energy, GIZ, and IHK, which is the which is the German, which is a German Chamber of Industry and Trade. It was actually a very amazing program, because in this program I have got a training on how to be a technical trainer, and which kind of training programs should I deliver, and which also knowledge and skills and attitudes should I look for in the next generation, and what should I deliver in order to get the training outcomes that I plan to. As well, I was also, getting other programs like, for example, the most recent thing was my participation in the Powering Africa Summit. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It was amazing, actually. And I have been also a speaker in other conferences, and also an organizer in other conferences like the World Youth Forum. For 3 years, I have been doing in the backstage the content creation and this kind of things. So you have also to study and to work on your self-development, and you consider courses and consider technical parts and the non-technical parts. For example, at this time of my life, I am looking forward to take courses on energy management in order to move to another aspect, which is the energy management and the renewable energy, in order to be able to work in the energy transition and this kind of things. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Amal. It's really interesting. Sort of moving on from that, I think what would be great to know is, what does life actually look like as an electrical engineer day to day? So if you could sort of tell us a day in the life about you, that would be really cool.
Okay. Actually, if you mean that what kind of responsibilities do I do in hi,
Yeah,
can you
so
hear
like
me?
a
Okay,
typical
sorry,
day in the
because
life.
I have a problem in I just having a problem right now, which is the cutoff.
Oh, no
So
worries, no worries.
yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you all good. I can hear you all good.
it's
Yeah,
a little bit nervous.
just maybe
Okay,
introduce what a typical day in the life looks like for you. You know, the various activities that you have to do day to day,
yeah,
as an electrical engineer. I think it'd be really interesting.
okay. For my job, if we are going to talk about the particular practical aspect, I will say that I'm dealing with different kind of low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage switch gears, including different types of power transformers and different types of circuit breakers, measurement transformers, and surge arrestors, in addition to other protection and measurement devices. I am also in my job doing some kind of high level of coordination between stakeholders like the national energy control centers and the regional energy control centers, in addition to maintenance departments and other protection, testing, and commissioning departments, in order to be able to execute the operational plans and maintain stable and convenient power conditions. What I'm doing is actually intermediate. We have to consider always intermediate reporting to stakeholders like the national energy control centers in case of sudden outages or incidents or any other abnormal conditions, so that they can recommend us which kind of activities should we do immediately, because they are more aware and they can see like the whole energy landscape. I can see in my job the only the borders of my switch of my substation, so I cannot see the whole thing. But when it comes to the National Energy Control Center, they can see and they can manage everything. So they are able to recommend us which steps should we do and which action should we take and this kind of things. I am also doing like the manual and remote switching. We are familiar with this terminology in engineering. They call it like maneuvers. It's it's pretty when you see maneuver when you hear maneuvers, it's confusing a little bit. But actually, engineering students should be aware of that. We also do. We also have to always maintain a safe and healthy work environment by following and enforcing as well the safety standards and procedures for the whole workplace. Uh, in my job, I always do some kind of, you have to always develop operational solutions based on the available resources that you are having in the company or in your workplace, and putting into consideration the national network conditions. We also think on the long term that we should improve the operational quality and ensure the system reliability and stability all over the way. What I'm doing also is when it comes to operation and high voltage switch gear and this kind of things, it's so critical actually. So you have to always be like doing troubleshootings of the problems that you are facing on each hour of the day. So it requires you of having like a flexibility, or you have to consider flexibility and this kind of things to just to keep the things run normally. What else do I do is actually yeah, you have also to identify which operational priorities are you having at the moment. So, for example, now I'm having a cutoff. So having a cutoff means that we are maybe working on something critical right now on the network. We are like maintaining a power transformer of a very high voltage level, or we are facing an outage because of, sudden incident or sudden accident or something. So it's really having a lot of different things that always changing with each other. So you have to be able to to understand the thing and act on this actually. That's it.
Thank you, Amal. It's really interesting. I think we're going to move on to a few questions from the chat. The first one that we have is, what plans do you have to elevate your career in the next 5 years? So I think what they kind of mean by that, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years and what are the various things you're doing to get to that position?
Okay, actually, for the 5 years, I got a plan for myself. I have recently studied at the Arab Academy for Science, Technology, and Maritime Transport, a degree which is Master of Business Administration in the Strategic Management track, because I can see that 5 years from now, I will be working in the energy management, as I mentioned before. So I want to work in the strategic dimension of a leading energy company. Not necessarily it will not necessarily be the governmental sector I'm working for. I'm open for new challenges and new opportunities. This is the plan for myself. Actually, I'm having a deadline today because I'm applying for a training program in the energy management and sustainability and this kind of topics. It's really interesting, and it's really can show you where the energy is going, because people are you can people the industry, the energy industry is rapidly changing. It's not rapidly changing, but it's changing because now we are going to the energy transition. Everyone is seeking the net zero, and everyone is seeking uh, how to control the carbon emissions and this kind of topics. It's so critical actually because of the climate change and so on. So for the 5 years, I think I will be moving forward to the energy management and the corporate and the strategy management for energy companies. That's it, I think.
Thank you, Amal. Definitely some exciting plans for the next 5 years. The next question that we've had come in is, what is the most challenging thing about your job?
Okay, I will say a long list of things actually. I'm sorry for distractions. Okay. Now can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you all good.
Okay. So the question was,
What is the most challenging thing about your job? I'm sure if you give a few examples, it's fine. I can imagine there's a
yeah,
few
I have
challenges.
a long list.
Yeah.
Okay, number one is when it comes to the operation and maintenance, the energy track is a very wide track. Is a very wide track. You have too many jobs that you can join, and you have too many things that you can do and too many other stuff. But in particular, when I'm talking about the operation and high voltage and this kind of things, it always it always a male dominated career. So this is the challenge number one. This is the challenge number one. Also, the CEO of my company she is a female engineer. I really respect her profile, and she is very inspiring. She is a role model. Uh, but I can see that even in the private sector, not the governmental sector, only, it's a challenge because this track is a little bit male dominated. And the other thing is that you have to be really always concentrated. You have to always be like 100% concentrated all the time while being in your workplace, because you are dealing with very sensitive things. You are dealing with power transformers and outage of the systems, and it's really a big deal. You have to be always concentrated, and you have always to search for the reason behind everything. And this is really a game changer. You don't only get the education that you have in the university or the training courses, and that's it. Not, no, no, no. This doesn't work. You have always to ask why about each thing you see in your workplace, and you have always to be like curious and eager to learn, and you have to always ask your managers and your elder colleagues about everything that you are facing, and about everything, because everything is having a reason that you should be aware of. Challenges also are, if you are like so nervous, you can't you can't succeed in this track also. You have to be all the time, not only concentrated, but I can do it, because I know some people who are like being afraid when it comes to decision making and this kind of actions. So you have to take a decision right now, because if you didn't take a decision, something you don't have any idea how much is the courses are we going to lose, and how much is the dangers that can happen. For example, in my career, the full time is sometimes like 3 milliseconds. So you have to be concentrated and taking a decision as rapid as you can. That's all.
Thanks, Amal. It's really interesting. Another question we've had come in is, what advice do you have for somebody trying to get into a position like yours? So whether that be a training course or, just general advice.
Okay. You have to consider the trainings, and first of all, you have to see what's your passion, really. If you can find it a little bit different to understand something like the power system analysis and power system reliability and power system stability, if you are facing like some challenges in making power analysis calculations, or find it a little bit hard to understand the high voltage subjects, and the protection, for example. Protection is a very important and vital course in my career. So if you are facing like some challenges to understand this kind of things and this kind of courses, this is not going to be your passion. Is this it will, because this is a core of the thing. This is a core of the thing, and then you are building like an accumulative knowledge every day. Like every day you are adding to the knowledge that you are having, because it's really something that you can build over years. Till now, I can see that my manager, he is like 55 years old, and he's still studying. He's still studying, and he's still like opening catalogs and searching for things on the internet. He is really inspiring. And what I would like to say, that you have always to work on your self-development, and you have also must be curious about this track, and be able to know, to increase your knowledge and to ask. And I hope I can I hope this is a satisfying answer.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you about sort of always be willing to learn. I think it's really important to continue to grow in that sort of respect. I think we'll
Yeah.
take one more question, and it is, what is the most exciting thing about your job?
The most exciting
Yeah, the most
is the
exciting.
responsibility. The
No,
responsibility is
yeah,
very
yeah, just like the most exciting thing, whether it be like, the various tasks that you have to do throughout the day. I'm not sure.
Okay. The most exciting thing that you exchanging the experience between other countries. When I'm talking, for example, with other people from other countries, how is the power system in your country looks like, and how is you are doing the regular maintenances and the regular things. This is an exciting part, especially because in my company, for example, we do a lot of programs in which we exchange the experience with other countries. Exchanging not only is the staff not only the staff is traveling to get this experience, but we can exchange also the machinery and this kind of things. So you have to travel to another country, so you can see how they are doing it, and you can find how they are testing and making it valid to be able to use. This is one thing, actually. And the other thing is, like I said before, it's the responsibility, because when you are responsible, it's a feeling that you are doing very important something. You are doing very important something. You are controlling electricity all over the government, or all over the country, or all over at least the place you are living in, or if it is a narrow scale. So you are feeling that this is something important, and this is something critical and vital. It's the basic infrastructure, so it's really important. And this was a really exciting thing that keeps me like very motivated when I first joined this job in 2019 actually.
Thank you, Mo. It's really interesting to hear more about your career and the various things you've done to get to the position that you're in
Thank
today.
you.
We really appreciate your time on Beyond Privilege, and thank you to everybody who's watched. We'll be on next week at 10 a.m. Tuesday, and also Thursday. So thanks again, Amal. Really nice to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack, for enabling me, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks. Bye.